Your life is your lover. Lover, 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 lover. We are so many things to so many people. Everybody wants a piece of us. We're employees, employers, sons, daughters, mothers, fathers, husbands, wives. You get the picture. It's hard to find time to be true to ourselves and search for our truth, but it is so necessary. I was an only child, and I, some would say, have the freedom and the blessing of being able to spend the time because I have no children, siblings, or parents alive. Still, it takes a lot of work and a lot of time to figure out that your life is your lover. When I was younger, I was dating a hairdresser, and he asked me one day to go to a hair show with him. I said, yeah, no. He said, no, you'll love it. It's magical. It's not what you think. So, as many things aren't often what you think, change your thoughts, change your life. I went. It was a magical display of color, gowns, hair, beautiful people, and the man on stage was working a magic like I'd never seen. I found myself standing at the back of a room of 1,000 people and thinking, I want to do that. Many years later, I was living in Toronto. Not many, 5 years. I was living in Toronto. I moved to Vancouver, and this man was doing a hair show in Vancouver. As fortune would have it, my friend was producing the show and asked me to help. So I said, sure, I'd like to see him again. It was a dark, dark day, but I went with the nudging in my back from my angels because I really didn't want to get out of bed on that cold and rainy day. I am so glad that I did. The amazing man who was creating all the beauty on the stage that I saw 5 years before came in, took one look at me, I looked at him, and we had instant recognition. He asked me if I would be in the show. I was a little shy about that and said no, but he convinced me. So I modeled in the show, wore the beautiful dresses, had the beautiful hairdo, helped him put it together that day, and did so well at that, he asked me for my resume. I ended up traveling with him for many years, on stage and backstage, producing the beautiful show that I had watched 5 years before and thought in my head and said out loud, I want to do that. When I was 17, I was in university studying interior design. My friends and I were out Christmas shopping one day, and we drove past the largest interior design company in the city. And I looked at it, looked at them, and stopped and said, hey, I want to do that. A lot transpired over the years, and I deviated from interior design and then back again. Who knew 20 years later I was going to own that very company? I certainly didn't have that in the plan, but clearly my angels did. Sometimes you have this little nudge that says leap and the net will appear. Well, I skydived out of my life into the mountains of Mexico, and thank goodness the net has appeared. But it didn't appear right away. I had jumped out of my comfortable life in Canada into a strange country, strange culture, strange language, which I didn't speak. I felt like I'd skydived, expecting the parachute to open, of course, and it didn't. And I hit the pavement really hard, and I knocked the wind out of myself. And it's taken a very long time to catch my breath. It's taken a long time to realize that indeed my life is my lover. But it takes work, and it takes practice every day to remind yourself why you're here. I finally found my purpose. The net finally did appear. But when the surface of the water was really, really, really rough and choppy and stormy, there's only one place to go. Go deeper. You have to go where it's quiet and calm, and that's deeper. Swim down into yourself and take a look around. You'll be amazed at the things that you discover about yourself. When you're sitting on the porch and a storm blows in, go inside and wrap yourself up in a blanket of self-love in front of the fireplace and realize that your life is your lover. I was an interior designer for a long time. I thought I'd left that behind, when in fact, I'm still an interior designer, only now I'm an interior designer.